They say every country keeps secrets. But some secrets breathe like living shadows waiting for the wrong person to uncover them. This story begins in the small European country of Ravenska, a quiet land surrounded by black forests and icy mountains. People lived simple lives, but everyone shared one unspoken rule: never stay outside after midnight, because that was the hour when the silent patrol appeared. No one knew if it was real, but everyone respected the fear. Ethan, a 27-year-old journalist, arrived in Ravenska as a foreign reporter. He was curious, bold, and dangerously confident, exactly the kind of man secrets hate. He came to investigate a strange rumor that had spread across borders. Over the past 17 years, 312 people had vanished after midnight, always near the same abandoned government building called District 9. But the government denied everything. They claimed it was forest accidents, though no bodies had ever been found. On his first night in Ravenska, Ethan noticed something strange. Despite the cold, people rushed home early, locked windows, turned off lights. The streets died before the clock struck 10. He asked his hotel receptionist why, but she only whispered, "Curiosity is a dangerous addiction here, sir." Her eyes trembled as if trying to hide a nightmare. Ethan didn't believe in curses, so the next day he traveled to District 9, a massive concrete structure with broken windows and rusted gates. Crows circled the roof like guardians of forgotten crimes. As he stepped inside, the air changed heavy, metallic, like something had died recently. He set up his camera and lights, determined to explore every corner. Then he found it, a narrow corridor leading to a locked, steel door. Fresh claw marks scratched across it. Not animal claw marks, human nails. Ethan's breath froze. Someone had tried to escape. From the other side, he recorded everything, trying to stay brave, until suddenly, a faint sound echoed behind him, soft breathing. Slow, calm, too close. Ethan spun around, but the corridor was empty. He laughed nervously, convincing himself it was wind. But the breathing continued, now right beside his ear. Cold, slow, intentional. He ran out of District 9, shaking, but when he checked his camera footage later, his blood turned to ice. In the shadows behind him, a translucent silhouette, tall, thin head slightly tilted, watched him the entire time. Not moving, not blinking, just watching. Ethan should have left Ravenska that night, but truth is addictive, and he was drowning in it. The following evening, he visited a retired police officer named Nikolai who lived at the edge of town. Nikolai's face was pale, aged beyond his years. When Ethan asked about the disappearances, Nikolai's hands shook as he poured tea. District 9 wasn't abandoned because of budget cuts, he whispered. It was shut down because of Project Nightfall. The government was experimenting on soldiers, testing a technology that could remove fear from humans using ultrasonic frequencies. The idea was to create fearless warriors. Ethan leaned in, fascinated. But something went wrong, Nikolai continued. The test subjects didn't lose fear. They lost humanity. Their emotions disappeared first, then their voices, then their shadows, and one by one, they vanished from the facility. We thought they escaped, but we were wrong. They didn't escape. They transformed. Ethan swallowed hard. Transformed into what? Nikolai looked at him, eyes trembling. Into the silent patrol. A chill crawled down Ethan's spine. The silent patrol was real. They come out at midnight, Nikolai said, searching for people with strong emotions. Because emotions are the only thing that reminds them of what they used to be. Ethan felt cold sweat form on his neck. Suddenly he understood why the villagers feared the night. Nikolai grabbed Ethan's arm tightly. "Promise me you won't go out after midnight." Ethan nodded, but he lied. The craving to uncover the truth burned too strongly inside him. That night, he returned to District 9, camera in hand, waiting for midnight. The forest wind howled like a warning. His heart raced, but his stubbornness was louder. 11:58, 11:59, 12 o'clock. At the first strike of midnight, the air became thick. The temperature dropped. The forest fell silent as if every living creature was holding its breath, and then, he heard footsteps. Soft, synchronized, dozens of them. From the darkness emerged figures, tall, pale, emotionless, eyes hollow like cracked mirrors. They moved slowly, almost gliding. Ethan froze. His camera shook in his hands. One of them stopped directly in front of him. Its head tilted, examining him like a scientist studying an insect. For a full minute, it stared. Ethan didn't move, couldn't move. Then the creature raised its hand and placed a long finger on Ethan's chest. Ethan gasped. The touch was ice cold, but more disturbing was the feeling that washed over him. A wave of sadness, grief, guilt, emotions that weren't his. He saw flashes of memories. Soldiers screaming in labs, needles piercing skin, shadows swallowing light. He realized the silent patrol wasn't hunting people. They were searching for someone who could help them. Ethan whispered, "What do you want?" The creature leaned close, and although it had no voice, Ethan heard the words inside his mind. "Free us." Ethan stumbled back, horrified and sympathetic. The next morning he returned to the police officer, determined to expose the truth. But when he arrived, Nikolai's door was open, tea still warm on the table, chair knocked over. Nikolai had vanished. The silent patrol had taken him. Ethan knew the government wouldn't help. Anyone who knew the truth was a threat, so he made the most dangerous decision of his life. He prepared a live recording to broadcast to the world. That night, he went again to District 9. But this time, the creatures surrounded him instantly. No fear, no hesitation. Ethan raised his camera. "I'm here to tell the world what happened to you." For the first time, the creatures stepped back. Ethan went live. Millions tuned in. He showed the creatures, the memories, the laboratory ruins, every secret the government buried, and the world believed him. The next day, Ravanska's government fell. Project Nightfall files were leaked globally. Human rights organizations stormed into District 9. But something was wrong. When officials reached the facility, they found no creatures, not a single trace, as if the silent patrol had never existed. Only Ethan stood there, trembling, alone, or so they thought. As Ethan walked away from the cameras, his shadow flickered. Once, twice, then for a split second, his shadow disappeared completely. It returned a moment later, but not in sync with his steps. Ethan felt cold wind behind him. A whisper brushed his ear. "You freed us. Now we free you." The broadcast ended, but the world never forgot Ethan. Some say he left Ravenska, some say he vanished, and some say every midnight a new figure joins the silent patrol, not hunting, not haunting, just searching for their lost humanity. And if you ever visit Ravenska, whatever you do, don't stay outside after midnight.